welcome your 2026 Detroit Lions.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the keeper, here's Goff. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
180.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs, 37 yards. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but Haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do. Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Sanders to throw. And this is incomplete.
Look, there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's good.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you put...
That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, it's Ford. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Pass caught by Fannin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Harold Fannin, a 15-yard touchdown Brown. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Williams being motioned left. Here's Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 39-yard line.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
He'll try and do this himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
To throw now, Pratt. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Pratt.
He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
Cleveland offense making their way out. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To the air is Gabriel.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Right back to Njoku. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, here's Judkins. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here's Gabriel. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks, you tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. That's taken in. It's Isaac to slow.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
To throw is Pratt.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Ready?
To throw, Gabriel.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set. Put.
Gabriel looking to throw.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A loss of 9 yards.
A final shot before break.
Gabriel. He'll try and do this himself.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Browns first down.
Now Gabriel. There's a short one caught by Fannin.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Give up the middle, Jenkins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd
Here we
down.
go. Here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brings up
Here we go.
Gabriel gonna throw for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Ready. 30. Ready.
A give. Here's Jenkins.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
a gain of 11 on the play.
Now the former Volunteer is Dylan Sampson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. And
They'll give it to Jenkins.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Quinshon Judkins.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Up the middle they go. Buckley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here's Pratt.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll run on 1st down. Buckley. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Pratt going to look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing now is Pratt.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing now, Gabriel. He gets this into the hands of Judkins.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Browns 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Judkins.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Working out of the gun here, Gabriel.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll run. This is Judkins.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
11 more yards. That's another Browns
Get
first down.
ready.
They'll run it with Judkins.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and run here with Judkins. And he will have the Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
60 red. 60 red.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.